Good morning, everyone. I'm Martin Wenzel. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It is 4:15, Friday, April 26th. We're just outside of Abilene, Texas. I believe in Clyde, Texas. Continuing the trip to Roswell, New Mexico, hauling office supplies. I think I said we were hauling furniture last time. We're actually hauling office supplies. And this might be the last consecutive day episode. At least for a couple days. Might skip a few here. All depends on if I have a quiet home without people coming in and out of my room to record some more days. And that's sort of why we've been able to go in order here. I've had the free time, might as well take advantage of it. Come on, guys, just go. Now, it's telling me on this gauge here for fuel about 359 miles. We have 301 to go. To be safe, though, we're gonna hopefully take our break in Brownfield, Texas. I think that will be a perfect place to stop, or take our half-hour break, get gas, and take a break. We're gonna be jumping off the 10, or off the 20 rather. We're gonna be taking, I believe it's US 83, so that'll be the next exit. This one says 83 north. Maybe, or maybe that's the next one. Well, we'll see. Next, keep left for 83 south. Oh, okay. So this is 83 right here, and 277. So we're not getting off here, of course. Oh, okay, 84 comes down. See, it said north. Okay, 83. Oh, yeah, we want to get on 84, which will be the east-west road. And we actually have 84 on with us right now. And then we're going to take the 84 over to... I'm not exactly sure where, but we'll, I think, get on 380 into Roswell then. Something like that. And that 84 eventually ends up going on Interstate 25 because we drove on, it was all duplexed or triplexed along with the US 85 and then Interstate 25 when we were driving up to Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station. It's really cool. They got the US 84 sign there along with the interstate. It says 84 north, and while we are traveling north, I don't know if the sign would say that, maybe in real life it would say that it's north, but it is 84 west towards Sweetwater and Lubbock, so that's where we're going to be getting off here. Alright, we're coming up on Brownfield. Yeah, not the most exciting landscape here in Texas. Mostly a lot of just roads in Texas where a lot of this area is kind of flat and desolate, and up by I-40 it's mostly flat farm, ranch land. But it would be nice to have a little bit more here in Texas. And hopefully they'll get more as they go along in the future. Whoa. Definitely gotten pretty interesting over in the southwest. They're continuing to do good, or southeast, doing really good work over there. And Texas a little bit. There's still, again, there's always going to be stretches of road and coast to coast that are not terribly exciting. But it is what it is at this point. Gives us some road to drive on, and occasionally it ends up on a video. And I guess this is probably my second or third video featuring some wide open nothingness of Texas. So we're gonna turn here. I forget what highway this is. I don't see any signs, unfortunately. Let's see if I can see. We're on the 380, and then the crossing one is 62, which we've frequented. So we're just going down 62 a little bit, taking the next road over, getting to a gas station, and then probably just take our 30 minutes right there. It's gonna be a short work day today. Probably just drop off and call it a day at that point. Save ourselves some hours. No need to start another job that's going to just eat the clock, and we might end up being late for anyway, because we're not going to be able to drive too much more today once we deliver. Cameron. Yeah, the gas station, the real life gas station, sometimes it does show the right, like Chevron, and then other times it just goes with Cameron. Definitely not a truck stop, so let's hope we don't hit that sign. Really close. Alright, we're not going to want to fill up completely. Just leave some room for that weight. I think we can go about 3/4. Be okay. All right. All right, we don't get the sound effects for everything if we don't fill up completely. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive over to that motel area, just so we're not parked blocking this pump. We hit that curb, and we got some damage, of course. That doesn't hurt our bottom line with the delivery itself, because it is our own trailer, but it will cost us a little bit of money in repairs. So I'll pull into this motel, and we'll take our half-hour break. All right, I'll see you about 8:30. Alright, let's get back on the road. Looks like our arrival time will be about 11:15, 11:16. And we'll see how long that unload takes there in Roswell at FedEx. Alright, we're finally getting back to some SCS territory. This is the base game, New Mexico DLC. We've been in New Mexico quite a bit there, and that was all just coast to coast, adding in that road. 380 from Roswell all the way out to Texas. And the rain has started to come down, the sky's gotten a little darker. Still not as dark as you'd expect. So, still wondering why we can't get clouds and some proper rain. We just get this rain with the sun out, which is cool sometimes, but it's been every single day we've been driving this week, it seems. So we're gonna be able to pull in probably 10:30 Mountain Time, depending on how long it takes me to back into the spot. Maybe we'll get lucky, it's just a pull-in, and then it'll just be all up to them how long it's going to take them to unload our trailer. We actually do have quite a bit of time today. We can go until about 5 p.m. on our 14. But if we're thinking about that 70, it'll just depend if it's a job we can find that makes sense to take right now, or if we just sit on it and spread that 70 over. There's varying degrees of, or there's varying ways of dealing with that 70. Some guys say, hey, run that 70 out. If you run it out in 6 days, take that 34, you're back out on the 8th day. Other people say, hey, save that and go try to go as long as you can without having to sit for 34 hours straight. I think it depends on where you can take that 34. Can you take that 34 somewhere where you'd like to do some other stuff? You can get out of the truck and actually go and keep yourself entertained for that day and a half, or can you do it at home? Can you get home and you're able to be at home for one full day? That is sort of the idea of it. But for most guys, they're just stuck out on the road. Our last 34 was in Jacksonville. Nothing really to do there when you're at a truck stop. But the whole idea of the 70 hours in 8 days, if you divide 70 by 8, comes out to about 8 hours and 45 minutes of working a day. And most people in the regular world, as they call it, or the normal world, usually go 9 to 5, right? That's an 8-hour day with a lunch break, or 8 to 5 with a lunch break or whatever. And so the government, that's where they kind of came up with that 70-hour number. We're gonna get through that yellow light. But for, and it does protect truckers to an extent, but to another way, the inflexibility of it all, actually does put truckers on the road when they're fatigued, because they need to make money. They only make money when their wheels are rolling. They need to make those deliveries. And sometimes the clock doesn't match up when they're actually awake and not fatigued. And so you got completely wide awake drivers sitting in their trucks twiddling their thumbs on a 10-hour break when they could be driving, and then they're driving with fatigued when it should be their sleeping time because of things sometimes out of their control, a lot of times out of their control. Delivering, when you get to the delivery point, how long does it take for them to load or unload? Some places are terrible, especially in the refrigerated industry. And so there is a movement to relax some of the regulations, or relax it and make it a little bit more flexible so guys can determine when they are actually capable of driving and let them drive during those times. Alright, we're just got to pull in here. Straight pull in. And then they're gonna probably have to come out with carts or something to unload us. Let's turn off the wipers. We don't need those going when we're sitting here. Let's turn off the engine. It is about 10:30. And let's get unloaded. Alright, 850 miles on the dot. And we made $2,777, 817 XP. So a good run right there. Alright, that unload took a little bit of time. It is now 2:15 p.m. so our day is kind of burned out. We got about a little under 3 hours left on our 14. Definitely could drive more, but just gonna look for a place to spend the night and pick up with a new job tomorrow. Whoa! Oh my. Okay. Wow. Okay, so that's been happening way too much lately. Every time I seem to go to a FedEx, just a Hanjin trailer just falls out of the sky. I had one that actually blocked my pickup point. Couldn't actually back in to get my trailer. That was a little scary. Alright, let's find somewhere we can spend the night. Nice parking garage right here. Never saw that before. That guy didn't seem to want to respect the semi. All right, a little update on what's going on in real life for me. Probably a few weeks out of date at the point this video goes up, but just looking at flight tickets back to America. It looks like June 26th will be the day leaving China. I'm gonna be taking the same flight my parents are gonna be taking back. They're gonna be visiting at the end of June. I'll be getting a one-way ticket. My wife will be getting a round trip because she will have to come back to China. At the very least for a few months to wait out the immigration process. And then I will be, once she goes back to China, I'll be hopefully starting at Millis Training Institute and learning to drive a big 18-wheeler, get my CDL license, or my CDL, commercial driver's license, and hit the road with Millis Transfer out of Black River Falls, Wisconsin. So next 3 months are going to be spent still doing a few classes here and there, teaching a few kids, making a little bit of cash to pay the bills, not eat into our savings too much over the next few months, just kind of relax, but also figure out what we're going to do, you know, what we're going to pack, what we're going to bring with us to America. Make sure my mother-in-law and sister-in-law are kind of set, that they have jobs or that they can cover the bills without needing too much help from us, from America. Yeah, it's not always a great thing to own two separate residences. But I know once June rolls around, there'll kind of be a whirlwind of packing and figuring out what stuff to bring, what stuff to just leave, because no purpose bringing everything we have here. We have a bunch of stuff that we use primarily for our school that we're either going to have to sell or just put in storage. So if in the future we decide to come back and do that again, you know, we have a laser printer, laminators, all that stuff, a big touchscreen TV, which there's no reason to pack up. I mean, you're not going to pack up a printer or a TV and ship it. I have to determine what I'm going to do with my road bike, whether to sell that or ship it home. So there's that. Looking at the prices for the flights, a little shell shocked from that, because last year when we went for my grandma's funeral back in March of last year, it cost $1,500 for both of us round trip. And actually, in reality, I think that's what it would still turn out to be if it was both of us going round trip. Well, no. Because looking at my wife's round trip ticket, I think that's going to cost $1,200 just for her round trip this time around. So a little frustrating there that the prices just bounce around. Like when I first came to China, I bought a round trip ticket. It cost me $1,500. Last time me and my wife went to America, it cost us $1,500 together, both of us, 2 tickets round trip, $1,500 combined. So it is what it is. Here we are at oh, this is a little shady, a little bit of a rundown motel. Guess I'm gonna have to get an Uber to find something to eat. Alright, it's about 2:34. We'll figure out what I put on the log. Probably 2:30. Just go with that. Checking out the log. We started driving at 3:15 in the morning. Drove 4.5 hours. Well, we want to count that 3 because of the duty time, right? So 3 to 7:45, or probably 6:45. 7:45 in Brownfield. I think that's Central Time. But in any case, I think that's about 3. We'll say 4 hours 45 minutes, and then another 2 hours of driving. So what is that? About 7 hours work time, duty time today. So a little bit shorter day, but that's going to help our 70, and it's going to help us drive over the next 8 days really nicely. So until next time, I'm Martin Wenzel. This is American Truck Simulator. We're in Roswell, New Mexico. Check your pins. Happy trucking. Goodbye.